Howdy! The baby's asleep, the wife's away, and I'm gonna make my first YouTube video on this channel. Wow, what do I say? Hi, I'm Ben, and I am a filmmaker, or I want to be at least. I direct videos and I edit and produce for a company here in Manhattan, but I also do my own freelance side hustle where I pursue more passion projects. It could be anything I really want it to be. Oh, that red light's gonna annoy me. Whoops. That's better. So anyways, I love making videos and I'm excited to make this YouTube channel. I've been meaning to do this for a long time, but I've noticed that most 30-year-old white guys also like making YouTube videos, so why not me? Why not I start now? Fender. Wanna say hi, buddy? This is my cat, Fender. Can you say hi? Okay, buddy, go on. So I thought maybe a good first YouTube video would be talking about the projects I did in 2023. There's a lot I did, and there's a lot I didn't do. In part, it was my first full year as a dad. Just had a baby in August of 2022, and 2023 was, discovering what being a dad was truly like. And on top of all that, at January last year, we moved from Provo, Utah, all the way to Jersey City, New Jersey for my job in Manhattan. And that's been a doozy. It's been so fun, and I've learned so much. Just the differences by doing freelance in Utah to doing freelance in Manhattan. It's really difficult to be a solo filmmaker in Manhattan, but not impossible. And I've learned a lot of ways to do that. But before I get into the nitty-gritty of that, I just want to talk about some of the projects I did this last year. Little Moon music video. I did a music video, one of my first ones, where I funded a crew to come in and produce this project that I've always wanted to try. And Little Moon was kind of like my guinea pig in this, and I think it turned out so good. I worked with amazingly talented people that helped elevate the project to be just so much more than I could have ever hoped and dreamed. You can check it out. Give her some support. She's an amazing artist. I also did a lot of stuff for my old company. My old company was like, please, Ben, please come back. And I said, no, I won't, but I'll do freelance for you. And so I did some freelance videos for Chirp, where it's a yoga wheel company. And man, I learned a lot out here with that too, because I had to find new talent agencies. I had to find new collaborators and new locations. Luckily, I was able to find plenty of locations through Peerspace. If you're ever looking for a great place to find locations, Peerspace is a good place to start. Other than that, I make videos for an insurance company, which doesn't sound all that grand, but it's actually really fun stuff. The company I work at wants to kind of like be a disruptor of the insurance world, and I feel really lucky to be a part of that. We're growing, we're moving, and we have some really fun stuff planned for 2024, but in 2023, I got to stretch myself and try a lot of new things. But the thing I might be most excited about is a project we filmed back in 2023 in November. It's something dear to my heart. It's something I've called For Creative's Sake. I've, for the last few years, have interviewed different creatives, kind of asking them why they do what they do for the sake of doing it. And those projects are so fun because I get to meet new people, I get to learn why they're passionate about their stuff, and it's also content that I love to consume, so I wanted to try my hand at it. But in 2023, I wanted to elevate that project to be something more. I didn't want it to necessarily be a documentary video as much of it being like a feeling, a video that should inspire you. With what I invested in it, which was the most I've ever invested in a video on my own, I'm really stoked on it, and I'm taking my time with the edit. Usually, as a video editor, I think every project feels rushed, like there's a deadline, but this is my first project where I haven't put a hard deadline on it at all, and what an awesome blessing that's been, because I've been able to really melt these ideas in my brain, and they've developed a lot better than I ever thought they were going to. The project has elevated from something completely different than what it started out as, and I think as a filmmaker, we gotta be flexible. In fact, in this last week, I saw this post from Ryan Booth, a really talented director, and in his post, he talked about going on this huge shoot where he directed with like hundreds of people were on set, or at least 100, and it was just hectic, and he was gone for a long time, and when he got back, he got to do a video shoot with one musician at a restaurant with one camera, no lights. And he just appreciated the flexibility of that and how we as filmmakers need to try to learn to be flexible. And I really resonated with that because I'm like, oh man, like I'm kind of fighting to do these bigger shoots and productions. And sometimes I do. Sometimes I get my hand at doing larger productions. But there's something special about holding a camera on your own. And that's kind of my goal for 2024 is making more content, taking the camera that I have and just going out and doing more. So I've actually like changed my rig up quite a bit. My personal equipment that I use is a Blackmagic Pocket 4K, Sigma 18-35, a small HD monitor, and a tripod. It used to be like a big rig with V-mounts and a shoulder rig and stuff, and I have my easy rig so my back doesn't get hurt. Like it's pretty cumbersome to take that around, and especially in Manhattan where the modes of transportation are either an Uber or the subway, it's just not as practical. I'd rather everything fit in one bag, and that's what I'm trying to do this year. I'm trying to do more projects where I can fit everything in one bag. I'll show you on a video on my phone. So as you can see, I got my Blackmagic Pocket 4K, I got my small HD monitor, and I also got a lot of little batteries for it. No more V-mounts. Right here, I got the Aperture MC Pro. Over here, and over here, I got my Peak Design travel tripod. This thing is awesome, and I've used it a few times for my photo camera, but this year I want to try to use it on my video camera. I haven't really done that yet, so check it out. This is a very nifty tripod. Okay, wait, where was I? Oh man, I'll talk to you guys about this. It's something fun that happened in 2023 that's film related, but not necessarily like the typical filmmaking stuff, was I started making some TikToks, and I actually won an A24 TikTok competition where I got to go to the New York Film Festival, and I saw 3 films. I saw The Zone of Interest, I saw Priscilla, and I saw, what was the third one? I'm gonna have to look it up. Something Juniper, Jupiter. Janet Planet, not Jupiter, Janet Planet. So we saw 3 films, Zone of Interest, Priscilla, and Janet Planet. And it was super fun. I took my buddy Sam with me. I went to an after party with my wife, and Jacob Elordi was there, Ari Aster was there, David Blaine. It was really cool. I've never been around famous people like that before, and it was just like super fun. My wife and I went out to the after party for a sec before we headed home. And there's, what's his face? Dylan O'Brien. But man, we got to do so many things. So we also got to check out the A24 office, and we got loads of merch. I'll show you guys some of the stuff we got. Whoop. Oh. Okay, I didn't even grab everything, but I grabbed a lot of the stuff. We got hot dog fingers, a little Marcel the Shell. This isn't even all the books, but I got a lot of screenplays. Got some records. I got the Minari record, After Sun, Lady Bird, The Last Black Man in San Francisco, which I think is the most underrated soundtrack of the whole world. It's so good. And Marcel the Shell. Got some wrinkly shorts that are much too tight for me. For Rachel's eyes only, am I right? This cool Green Knight hoodie. I didn't know how much I'd love these ones because I thought the design on the back was kind of weird. But these, let me see. This A24 dot hoodie, it's pretty sick. Got it in gray as well. Yeah, really love this hoodie. Some sweatpants. And I know I got quite a bit more stuff that I may be forgetting about, but man, it was so fun. I feel so grateful. I felt very spoiled. If you ever have questions about it or are ever wondering about it, I'd love to, maybe I'll make another video specifically talking about the day-to-day. But if I talked about the movies real quick, Priscilla, good movie, pretty slow. Okay, let me defend myself. I love A24, but I do not love all A24 films. I tend to like movies with somewhat of a hopeful ending or maybe a little bit more energy. Some of them are just pretty dang slow. I understand that's other people's taste. I'm not yucking anybody's yum. I saw Zone of Interest, which I get it. I think it's a very good film and what the message was, but I also felt like, I don't know if I'm safe saying it, it was a little pompous. I think some of the editing choices were a little pompous. The 3-minute black screen at the beginning, I don't think it was necessary. And there are a few other things, but that could be a debate for later if you're interested in hearing my opinions about it, because why should mine matter? But it's cool to be able to like get a Q&A with the cast for Zone of Interest. That was really special. Janet Planet, really slow movie. Very cute mother-daughter film though. But guys, this is my first real try out a YouTube video. I want to take this camera out and a photo camera and go down to Hoboken and along the water and take pictures of Manhattan. So maybe that'll be my next video. But guys, thanks again. I hope this is good. I actually reshot this one because I thought, Ben, you're too monotone, you're being too serious, just be more of yourself. And that's what I'm trying to do. So without further ado, see y'all later and stay nasty.